There are many ways to find virtual assistant client, and what I always recommend is starting with a freelancing platform. But when you are a complete beginner, when you are just getting started, finding your first client is one of the hardest challenges that you are going to encounter. And in order to find your first client, I always recommend new beginners to be aggressive. And what it means to be aggressive is to just do whatever it is to double down, to put a lot more hours, more effort, more energy until you find your first client. And one of the things involved in being aggressive is looking for client in every possible place. And that is why today I'm going to show you how you can find virtual assistant client in Facebook. Hi there, my name is Sadiq Umar. I'm a full-time virtual assistant living in Nigeria, and this video is going to be based on my personal experience of starting freelancing and becoming a full-time virtual assistant. So if you want to start looking for clients on Facebook, the very first thing you need to do is you need to optimize your Facebook profile. Yes, and when I say optimize your Facebook profile is you need to make your Facebook profile look almost like a portfolio, but you don't need to make it a portfolio just like a portfolio. I will break it down. So what you just need to do is make sure your Facebook profile has a link to your portfolio. You know, you can add a link to your social media profiles in your Facebook profile, and you can also add an external link in your Facebook profile. So the external link that you add should be a link to your portfolio in your Facebook profile. And in your bio section in the Facebook, make sure you write your bio to reflect that you are a virtual assistant. Also in the job history section, make sure you include that you are a virtual assistant. Generally, what you need to do is you need to brand your profile in a way that the first time someone look at your profile, they will know what you do. They will know that you are a virtual assistant. And it is probably not a good idea to create a new profile, because if you create a new profile, when you start reaching out to people, when they check out your profile, if they see that you have 3 friends and you just created the profile 3 days ago, they will probably look at you like a spam. They will have a hard time trusting you. So it will be a good idea to use your own profile, or if you are going to create a separate profile, create the profile, make it look real. If you have just 2 or 3 posts in the profile and you have few friends, and it will not be any different with a spam profile. So make sure your profile is optimized. It looks like a real person, but it is optimized in a way that when someone look at it, the first look, they know you are a virtual assistant. Okay, the next thing after this is you need to join Facebook groups. When joining Facebook groups, there are 2 ways to do this. First is you can join Facebook groups for virtual assistant. There are many virtual assistant Facebook groups. One of the popular ones is I think the Virtual Assistant Savvy Facebook group. That's the name of the group. I am also engaged in that group. So you can join those kind of groups that are made for virtual assistant. And when you join this kind of groups, one thing to keep in mind is it's better always to join a private group. A group that requires users to request access and answer some questions and get approval, than a public group, because in public group, that is where you find most of the spam posts. That before you find anything valuable, you will have to scroll through hundreds of posts. So this is the first route, which is joining a Facebook groups that are made for virtual assistant. And when you join this kind of groups, it will be easier for you to find clients that are virtual assistant themselves, that they have too many clients, more than they can handle, and they can outsource the project they have to some of the newer virtual assistant. And it's easy to do this. When you join this kind of groups, they have rules, and when someone wants to post a project, they can just post the job description. They are looking for a specific type of people, as if it's a freelancing platform. That is how people will post a project in those kind of groups, and you can submit your proposal to them, and you can communicate with them, submit sample project, do whatever it is to connect with them. There are many of those Facebook groups. You just need to go to Facebook, go to the search section and search for virtual assistants or similar keywords, and you filter it to show only groups, and you can find groups to join. When you just join the group, check their rules, read their rules, and that's all you need to do. You just engage in the group. When someone posts a project, they are looking to hire a virtual assistant, you send them your proposal. If they instruct to fill out some application, you fill out the application. But the other route is more of a cold reach out, and the way you do this is you just need to think of your target audience. For example, if you are offering YouTube services, something like YouTube graphic design, YouTube video editing, if you are offering those kind of YouTube services, then you can just find YouTube groups, YouTube Facebook groups, and join. Those kind of groups, there are many Facebook groups that are made for YouTubers, for people who create YouTube videos. And when you join this kind of groups, most of the people, almost everyone in the group, they have a YouTube channel and they are creating YouTube content. And this is just an example. Even if you are not looking for YouTubers, even if you are not doing services for YouTubers, whatever niche you choose to work on, there are Facebook groups that are made for those type of people. So you just need to find groups, do a search on Facebook and find groups for those people and join the groups. When you join the groups, I'm going to use YouTube as an example. If you are looking for someone to be creating YouTube thumbnails for them, you join a Facebook groups for YouTubers where YouTubers hang out, and you just wait. Generally in a YouTube Facebook groups, people create thumbnails that they are going to use on their channel, and they will post it in the Facebook group and ask for feedback. And when people ask for feedback on a thumbnail, you can just look at the thumbnail. If the thumbnail is bad, it's not good at all, then if you can create another thumbnail for them. You don't have to ask for their permission. You can just create the thumbnail and do it as best as you can. When you create the thumbnail, then you can reach out to them and you can send them the thumbnail that you created for them and say, hey, I see that you are asking for feedback on your thumbnail. You have really great content on your channel, and this is a sample thumbnail that I make for you. I am a virtual assistant. I create YouTube thumbnails, so and so and so. You explain your services, and if you are interested, please let me know. So if the thumbnail that you created is really great, then there is a good chance they will respond to you, because you create the thumbnail for them, you show it to them, they see it and they know they want it. Then you have a good chance of hearing back from them. So this is an example if you are looking for YouTube creators. But if your target audience is something like podcast people who do audio podcast, you can go to groups like Buzzsprout group. If you want to do something like email marketing management, you can go to email marketing groups. Whatever you choose to do, whoever audience you choose to serve, you just need to find the groups that they hang out and engage in the groups and showcase your expertise. Another way to also do this is if you join a group and if you join a Facebook group for YouTubers and you just start creating thumbnails and start posting, you will get kicked out of the group. So you shouldn't do that. Another way to do this is you can create, if you are doing something like graphic, you can create a really nice graphic and you just post it in the group and ask for feedback. When you ask for feedback, and if it is really great, some people will be asking you, how do you create this thumbnail? And when someone asks you how you create it, you can just tell them, I am a virtual assistant, I create YouTube thumbnails, do you want one? And then you can start a conversation. But while you do this, it's important to keep this in mind. Always be polite. You will find a lot of people who will criticize you, and you will probably get kicked out of some groups, and that's okay. You just need to always be polite. If someone is rude to you, like, hey, you don't even need to respond to them. You can just ignore them and move on with your business. So just a quick recap. You optimize your Facebook profile in a way that when someone lands on your Facebook profile, they will know exactly what you do. Next, you can join a virtual assistant Facebook groups, and when someone posts a job that they are looking for a virtual assistant, you can send them your proposal or submit an application. And another route is you join a Facebook group specific to people who you are targeting, and you engage in the groups and you showcase your services where appropriate. Next, you can watch this video where I shared some of the top mistakes new virtual assistants make that is preventing them from finding client. You might be making one of those mistakes, and you will know how to avoid this common mistake so that it will be easier for you to find your first client. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video.